Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. We are from Group 2. We're gonna show our presentations about mind map of Chapter 8 from Essential Study Skills book.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Najwa Lutfia.
Hello, let me introduce myself. My name is Naura Risada Mayanti and my ID number is 12026230042.
Hello, my name is Karina Radini Putri with name 1202623043.
My name is Shafaulia Zahra and everyone used to call me Yeli.
My name is Shivana Bula Putri with student ID number 1202623032. I'm going to explain about the first materials, which is active reading. What is active reading? Based on what I read, active reading is a process of using effective strategies to engage working memory to achieve specific reading goals. Active readers commit themselves to the reading process because they know that reading cannot be done quickly, effortlessly, and there are special strategies to support their reading process. Here's 6 essential strategies for active reading. First, create a plan or action. Choose the best way or system that you want to use into your reading process. Second, read with a pencil in your hand. It helps you interact with printed materials by highlighting text, writing questions as you read, and making notes in the textbooks or on paper. Third, use knowledge of writing structures and organizational patterns. Try to identify the patterns that writers use in the paragraph to organize the details. Fourth, distinguish between factual knowledge and procedural knowledge. You can select the best suited strategies to learn, rehearse, and review the 2 kinds of information. Fifth, learn how to read and interpret graphic materials. This will be explained by my friend in graphic materials. Sixth, use all available resources. Active readers are resourceful readers. You can search the material in lots of ways such as in the internet, books, videos, etc. Next, I'm going to explain about finding meaning in difficult text. Using active reading will help you in understanding the materials that you find hard. Here are some strategies when you find difficulties while reading. First, adjust your reading rate. Try to read it slowly to help you understand the meaning of each word. Second, be persistent. Try to reread the sentence that you don't understand. So, don't move or skip it to another paragraph. Third, verbalize by reading and talking out loud. It helps you identify what you understand and which sections of information you don't clearly understand. Fourth, visualize what you are reading. Create strong visual impressions of the information or convert the information into a movie in your mind. It will help you understand the difficult part of reading. Next, use knowledge of writing structures, ask questions, control the attentions, chunk up or chunk down, use available graphic materials, and lastly, convert information into pictures. That's all for me. Next will be explained by Naura.
The SK4R reading system. SK4R is a 6-step system for reading and comprehending textbook chapters: survey, questions, read, recite, and review. Step 1 for this system is surveying the chapter, and it only requires less than 20 minutes of your time. Surveying provides you with a preview of chapter's content, familiarizes you with the chapter features, and begins the process of activating or creating schemas upon which you can attach details. Step 2 is write questions. During the question step, turn the chapter title and each heading and subheading into a question. Each question's word elicits a different kind of response. What, why, how, when, which, who, where. Step Step 3 is read carefully. Step 4 is record information. Begin the record step by taking notes of the important information you will need to study. Step 5 is recite. Without looking at your notes or the textbook, recite the important points you read in the paragraph and recorded in your notes. Step 6 is review. The Triple Q Reading System. The Triple Q Reading System is an active reading system that focuses on formulating questions before, during, and after reading a chapter. First Q, write question before you read. Second Q, write question during the reading process. Third Q, write questions after reading a chapter. A customized reading system. A customized reading system is a system for specific textbooks based on author's suggestions and the chapter filters. The goal with this system is to establish a consistent routine to use to study each chapter. Step 1. Use the author's suggestions. Step 2. Use the chapter filters. Step 3. Create your customized system.
Okay, so organizational patterns are paragraph patterns that writers use to present details in a logical. The patterns are divided into 7 types, namely, the first one, there's the chronological pattern, and it presents details in a logical time sequence. And the second one, there's the process pattern. It presents a specific procedure or order of steps to use, to do, create, repair, or solve problems. The third one, there's the comparison or contrast pattern, and it shows similarities and or differences for 2 or more subjects. The fourth, there's the definition pattern, and it uses explanations, characteristics, examples, analogies, and negations to define a specific term. And the fifth one, there's the example pattern. This pattern uses examples to expand a reader's understanding of a term, a concept, or a theory. And the sixth one, there's the cause or effect pattern. It shows the relationship between 2 or more items by indicating which items or actions cause specific effects. And the last one, there's the whole and parts pattern. It shows the individual parts, components, or entities that together create a whole object, concept, or theory.
Yep, now I'm going to explain the graphic materials. So what is graphic materials? Graphic materials are pictures, diagrams, table, illustrations, and other visual representation that convert verbal information into a visual format. In textbooks like science, mathematical, or social science, use graphic materials to convey important information about data or statistics. Yeah, for the graphic materials, there are 6 types of graphic materials. The first type, it will be photographs, illustration, and diagrams. It can include the sketch, drawings, and cartoon to provide information and also to clarify the concept. The second type is pie chart, or we can call it circle graphs. It shows a whole unit divided into sectors. And then the third type is flow charts or organizational charts. It shows levels of directional flow of information from one topic to another topic. And then the fourth type is table or comparison chart. Are used column and row to organize information on various topics. Tables also to show data to use to solve the problems. Yeah, and to storing you memorize table on the table. To storing you memorize table, you can use these strategies. First strategies is read the title and the caption, and then visually memorize the skeleton of the chart. Then read the information each cell for the first column, and then the last is create the questions based on the table. So and next the fifth types, it will be bar graphs. It use vertical or horizontal bars to show frequency of occurrence for different subjects. To read this first type, that you have to do is read the title and the caption. Then read the label on the horizontal line. Horizontal line, we call it x-axis, and then the vertical line, we call it y-axis. And finally, use the hex of bars to obtain information about each bar. Then compare it. And then there are three types of bar graphs, such as histogram, double bar graphs, and horizontal bar graphs. And then, so for the last types of graphic materials, it line graphs, or we call it linear graphs. Use trends and compare data by plot points on a coordinate grid.
Next is reading in the context area. Easy way to understand textbook. First is composition textbook. A customized reading system is effective for composition textbook. Next is literature textbook. To make it easier to understand literature textbooks, you can read them twice. For the first reading, read through the complete selection and interrupted to get an overview. Do not stop to analyze or take notes. For the second reading strategies to analyze and interrupt the key literature elements with each reading you comprehend and deeper level and create a stronger impression of the information and make us chemists. Next is for social science textbook. Use the textbook features. Each social science textbook has its own style or personality. After working through one or two chapters in specific social science textbooks, you will become familiar with the format and standard features characteristic of your textbook and create assignments for history textbook. Next is for the science textbooks. Acquire background knowledge. Learning basic information about a subject, read slowly and truthfully. Your reading goal for science textbooks is to read slowly. May need and use a 3-to-1 study ratio for some science classes for reading and studying science textbooks. You might need to use a 3-to-1 ratio in order to have ample time to read slowly and carefully. Comprehend and enrich information, create notes or study tools, complete lab assignment, and finish textbook assignment. And for the last is mathematics textbook. Study example and memorize prototype. Study each example carefully, step by step, until you can follow the step and understand the logic behind the process. Without referring to the text, rework the example problems and check your accuracy. Correct any mistake immediately. Use RSTUV. Read, select, think, use, verify to read, solve, and solve problems. That's it. Thank you.
Okay, that's all for our presentations about Mind Map Chapter 8, Learning for College Textbook. We're sorry if there are any mistakes. Thank you. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.